histoire.
Here we go in this rematch from 4 weeks ago as Kennedy and Cena get ready to do it again.
A sharp kick wearing down his opponent. Cena and Umaga were having a tremendous match 24 hours ago. And it makes my stomach turn how Regal and MVP interfered getting that match thrown out. That splash just forcing the air out of his opponent.
Yes, there it is, the DDT.
We all know what's coming next. The audacity of this better-than-utopia is immeasurable. Spitting in the and Cena connects with a fist.
That was a punch and a half.
And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor. Cena's a patriot through and through. He loves liberty, and he'll take liberties when he finally gets those patriotic hands on MVP.
2, 3, and there it is. That's the match.
I hope Kennedy is happy. He got what he asked for.
I think he was probably hoping to get the win, JR.
Now Cena can focus his energy on MVP and better than utopia. We're back with you for Monday Night Raw. And last week, you can say we were invaded.
Sounds funny, JR. Those guys from Better Than Utopia don't seem like they're playing around.
Umaga has a match with Jeff Hardy tonight. We'll see if his fellow Utopians will show up too.
This is my world, and I am better than you. You thought you could come into my world and be my chief of security? Huh, that ain't happening. Our world is better than yours. And to show that you truly understand your place in my world, you are going to kiss this. That's why we're in Better Than Utopia, because we're better than...
And business is about to pick up. It's Cena. It's John Cena. He's going to get himself some of that turncoat MVP.
an incredible DDT. Ow, what an elbow.
What fantastic extension on that leg drop.
I'm queasy, JR. I can't believe Umaga actually forced Hardy to plant his lips on the goal. Just disgusting.
And the knuckles connect. What a kick that was. A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down. And he strikes the opponent with a quick kick. And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor. Cena's like a stealth bomber, indestructible, and ready to deploy at a moment's notice. This guy...
And there it is, the FU. What an impact.
And he made the most of it with that DDT.
A vicious stomp.
Oh, did you see that?
He drops the elbow.
Watch out! He reversed it. Oh, did you see that?
He drops the elbow. A sharp kick wearing down his opponent.
No, it can't be. Not the FU.
And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor.
Wow, what a shot. He's been busted wide open. That's going to need stitches for sure.
And there it is, the FU. What an impact.
John Cena didn't back down an inch from MVP and the Utopians.
I can't say that I agree with that strategy, JR. Cena could hold his own against one Utopian, but I think that three of them combined is too much for even him.
When has Cena ever cared about the odds, King? He's as fearless as they come. We're live for Raw, and the situation between John Cena and the men of Better Than Utopia have threatened to boil over.
At least it won't be 3-on-1 again tonight.
That's right, King. Our main event will pit John Cena and Jeff Hardy against Umaga and William Regal.
Come in.
All right. At ease, soldier.
Hey, it's good to see you, man. Hey, that's one way to get to come home, huh?
Yeah, I should be up and around in a few weeks. So what's on tap tonight?
I got this tag match in a minute. Hopefully I can put a dent in those Better Than Utopia guys. I gotta head out for that. But mikase sukase. Feel free to chill and we'll hang after the match.
I know Cena's salivating, anxiously awaiting for his chance to extract some revenge on the Rock. better than Utopia.
And he made the most of it with that DDT.
What force behind that tackle?
Man, what a huge DDT that was. I think you can actually see Steve coming out of Cena's ears. He can't wait to dishonorably discharge MVP. No, it can't be. Not the FU.
What fantastic extension on that leg drop.
Wow. MVP's chief of security and secretary of foreign affairs possess some serious firepower.
And this better than Utopia was formed by MVP's jealousy. His envy of Cena and the love Cena gets from the fans here in the USA and around the world.
Now that he has Regal and Umaga with him, I don't think he's got much to be envious of.
And there it is, the FU. What an impact!
Look at the force behind that leg drop.
Not just one kick there, but a combination of blows. And he hits the DDT. Just planting, just driving the head to the floor. Hardy and Cena are two tremendous individual competitors with the chemistry to work side by side as one cohesive unit.
I'd be surprised if this didn't end soon, JR. I don't think there's enough left in the tank.
A hard right hand, knocking his opponent down.
And there's the flying forearm.
Oh, Cena delivers the 5-knuckle shuffle.
There's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Well, there it is. That's the match.
Another setback for the Utopians.
I'm sure MVP's not going to be too happy about this.
Cena still doesn't understand that this is my world. Maybe you can help him get the picture.
I need some help right now. Get a doctor.
Thank you for joining us for Raw. This is Jim Ross and Jerry Law, broadcasting live.
I can't believe the level MVP sunk to in order to get into John Cena's head last week.
This was despicable, appalling. He not only assaulted a non-wrestler friend of Cena's, but one of our soldiers.
I'm sure you're sad to hear this, Cena, but me and the Utopians won't be at Raw tonight. I hear you want a piece of us, so let's make a plan to meet up at No Way Out on Better Than Utopian land. We'll treat you like an honored guest.
see Cena's thoughts, JR, we'd witness some harsh things being done to better than Utopia.
A vicious stomp.
What a punch!
One,
He's obviously not feeling too threatened, JR.
two.
Never, ever underestimate the sheer force behind this superstar's punches. There's no ignoring what this man, Snitsky, is capable of. He's as big as a giant, as strong as a bull, and uglier than a bullet.
No! It can't be! Not the FU!
A vicious stomp.
That was a punch and a half. Oh, did you see that knee? This feud between Cena and the Utopians has escalated beyond the point of no return. This rivalry's gotten personal.
And that could pose a challenge for Cena. Outmanned and outnumbered, Cena can't let his emotions get the better of him.
Well, like it or not,
I have a pretty simple philosophy. You can punch me, kick me, hit me with a chair, whatever. It goes with the territory. But MVP, when you put your hands on Tony, you cross the line. You don't mess with the people who make sacrifices for this country, MVP. And at No Way Out, I'm gonna show you there are consequences for your actions. Bring your entire country. I don't care what kind of match or what kind of stipulation you throw at me. MVP, you and I are going to war.
Welcome to No Way Out, live on pay-per-view.
This has all the markings of a memorable show, JR, and maybe not in a way that benefits John Cena.
Well, he has to face all three members of Better Than Utopia in a gauntlet match. And we've heard the group has some special home court rules on top of that.
It would take an army to overcome those odds.
John Cena is going to have to be an army of one tonight.
I come in peace.
You might leave here in pieces. What do you want?
Montel Vontavious Porter, president of Better Than Utopia, has some ground rules written into the contract for tonight's gauntlet. The match takes place in Better Than Utopia and will abide by the
In layman's terms, this basically says I'm screwed, right? Rule number 1. I need a 5 count to pin a Utopian. But you guys just need a 3 count on me. Where am I, King Kong Bundy? Rule 2, amid the ipsos and factos, says I can't use rope breaks. But you can. That's very clever. Rule number 3, I think says Utopians can leave the ring at will. But I'll be counted out. Anything else? Nothing about tying my hands behind my back?
Well, There is one more bit of fine print.
What does it say?
All's fair in love and war.
John, after inspecting your injuries after the locker room attack, I would seriously advise against you competing tonight.
Not an option, Doc.
John, as your doctor, I can't abide by you.
And I recommend that as my doctor, you stay out of my way.
Here we go. A gauntlet man stacks the odds. But with a warrior like Cena, better than Utopia, had better be prepared for a battle. A sharp kick wearing down his opponent. A hard right hand knocking his opponent down. He's putting the knee to his opponent. Just a fantastic suplex following that vicious attack. I'm not sure Cena's 100%, but I do know that he'll fight.
No, it can't be! Not the FU!
1, 2, 3, 4.
In this gauntlet match, Cena needs to defeat all three competitors one-on-one by pinfall or submission. Meanwhile, the Utopians have the unfair advantage of being able to get Cena counted out.
He's intent on leaving a mark on the opponent.
And here he goes, taking advantage of a stunned opponent.
Oh, the punch connects.
Oh, look at this! DDT! With the mood Cena's in, I wouldn't want to be William Regal tonight. He's in some serious trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And there goes King William Regal. It wasn't easy, but John Cena's defeated Regal. And now he must take on the
And there it is, the FU. What an impact.
And he brings his leg crashing down. A vicious stomp.
Man, what a huge DDT that was! I just had a scary thought. What if Umaga sang the Better Than Utopian national anthem?
That might be a performance that could make the lovely and talented Jillian Hall cringe.
Look at the fans, JR! They know what's coming next! No! It can't be! Not the FU!
1, 2, 3, 4.
And he made the most of it with that DDT.
In this gauntlet match, Cena's in a war of attrition. There's no rest until he's defeated all three competitors one at a time. vicious blow to the opponent.
And you were right, JR. Can Cena win this one? The Utopians are just too strong.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much. I don't know how much more these superstars have in their tank, King. I think they might be running on fumes here. Look at this. Here it comes.
Cena hits the five-knuckle shuffle.
One, two.
The kick connects.
What a textbook DDT.
He could put his opponent away right here. Well, it won't be for a lack of effort, I assure you that. But with odds so heavily stacked,
Look at this. Umaga's been eliminated.
it's been a long, hard road for Cena. He's been beaten down, competed in 2 matches, and fought through exhaustion. But now the opportunity he's been waiting for. Now he gets his hand on MVP. And he dropped the leg across his opponent.
Yes, there it is, the DDT. Here's Cena's moment for payback after MVP jumped his friend, jumped one of our soldiers.
Finally, it comes full circle. It's time for the devil to get his due.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar. That was a punch and a half.
And he hits the DDT. Just landing, just driving the head to the floor.
I see the green-eyed monster creeping out, JR. MVP's made this war a declaration of spite and jealousy.
And Cena connects with the fist.
He countered that one perfectly. That's a move that'll knock you out cold, if you're lucky. And there's the DDT.
This rivalry dates back to the tribute to the troops. And boy, has it ever boiled over here tonight.
That's it. The match is over.
John Cena has done the impossible. He's beat William Regal, Umaga, and MVP in one night.
Cena, I told you this is my world. Time for you to embrace that. Pucker up.
Cena may have won the battle, but I don't think he can win this war.
My God, haven't these 3 done enough damage? Hello and welcome to Raw. We're one day removed from No Way Out. And there is one man who will never forget that night, John Cena.
Cena practically had the world against him last night, JR. Revenge has to be on his mind.
Well, I know Cena's not scheduled for action tonight, King. I'm sure he can use the rest. Instead, the Intercontinental title will be up for grabs in our main event.
Last night, your entire world came crashing down on all of them. There was only one man standing in the way of Better Than Utopia taking over. John Cena failed you all. As of this moment, this is my world, and you all serve me. Eventually, all of you will line up and kiss this globe. The same globe that John Cena put his lips on last night. Once you kiss this, you will be put in your place, just like John Cena. You will realize that I'm better than you. I'm always gonna be better than you.
They've hurt my friends. They took my pride. Now it's time to tear down Better Than Utopia brick by brick. And I'll start with... He's not gonna know what hit him. I want to make... This is one meeting your secretary couldn't handle, MVP. You won't know who's next, but I promise you this. I'm coming for you.
Welcome to another exciting night of Raw. John Cena, after absorbing a lot of abuse by the members of Better Than Utopia, has gone on the offensive.
I'm all for Cena getting revenge. If not for himself, then on behalf of the USA.
But who is next on Cena's hit list? The Samoan bulldozer Umaga or the president MVP?
It worked so well last week, let's have a repeat performance. Time to take out another Utopian so they know what it's like to be the hunted. I think it's best to go after Umaga after his match. Then put him...